Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the heroes of the long road home with Martha Raddatz. Martha Raddatz, who's Martha Raddatz? Well, she's a correspondent for ABC News. She was over in Iraq, Baghdad, and other cities during the war a good number of years ago, after 9/11. And there's basically the Long Road Home is a mini series depicting the specific experiences of the First Infantry. I don't know why I have not retained that knowledge in my brain, of this specific group of soldiers who were stationed there, and a certain number of ones who were trapped on a rooftop, and the various other teams that came in to rescue them, battling the enemy at that time. In a time when a lot of times they felt maybe a little, it wasn't so bad. Well, things got bad real quick. And this sort of deals with not just, it's not a making of the documentary, not a making of the miniseries, which the miniseries has actors in it. This is the story of the men and the families they left behind during that whole period. Just dealing with that, just dealing with the real people behind the story. And so yeah, it's Martha has gotten to, she's walked the streets of Baghdad. She's walked the streets of a lot of war zones over the years with these soldiers, and they know her well. And so she's sort of come back and done a little catch up with a number of the men who had survived, some of which had been part of the rescue operations, and some that were trapped on that roof, who a number of them watched their brothers die during that process. It's like very serious, very somber. It's a bit of an emotional documentary, especially if you know somebody who served, especially in the Iraq War, and it's just has gone through this, or a family that has gone through this and lost somebody. This will probably resonate with you strongly, and it might be difficult to watch at times. This is from 2017. It is 47 minutes long. So yeah, it's a sort of, it follows up with them a good 10 years after they had, a number of them had left the service. A number of them still are serving at the time this was filmed, some all the way up to a 3-star general. But you get to hear from their own mouths what they were seeing, what they were feeling. And for Martha, she said this at least a few times in this, that it was the first time she had seen a soldier cry. It's not a small thing to lay your life down for your brothers, or have your brothers lay their life down for you. And these guys take it tremendously seriously. So yeah, to simply say support our troops, I think very often is just a nice little slogan, and it doesn't fully comprehend, it doesn't fully do justice to what these guys have gone through. Some of them are still, for some of the heroic acts that they do, and some of them won't see themselves as heroes at all, some of the heroic acts that they have done to save the lives of others, they regret in some ways. One guy had to lie to one of his buddies after taking a hit. His buddy couldn't feel his legs and everything else. He's like, he wasn't able to move. He wasn't able to walk or move from his position. And his buddy had to basically tell him, no, it's not you. It's just, there's a lot of people on top of you that are holding you down. There was nobody on top of him. But the guy was in such a state of shock that he couldn't tell the difference either way. But that lie helped him realize that not all was lost, that it was just a temporary status. Turned out he was paralyzed from the blast, and he lived beyond that day. But you get to see their reunion a number of years later. I know it sounds like it's exploitative to go back and throw a camera in their faces as they're sort of dealing with this. There's a reunion at some point where they get together, but I have a feeling these guys wouldn't necessarily put themselves on camera or allow themselves to be put on camera if it wasn't for if it was just some other journalist. Martha Raddatz has pretty much been with them for a lot of that period that they were serving. So I say, if you get a chance, you want to see what PTSD can do to a person. It's not a pretty thing. It's not an exciting, fun thing. There's a little bit of joy. There's a little bit of humor. It's got those moments when the soldiers come home and the kids come running to their dads after, Corda sort of gives you the goosebumps and the teary eye kind of thing. But yeah, it's just something that's, if you've seen the documentary, I don't know if this is on the list or if it's on Disney Plus. If it's not, it's very strange that it would not be. I'll have to check. But yeah, if you like that film, and you also know somebody who's going through a number of struggles from after serving in a contentious space, let's just call it that, a place of war, is worthwhile checking out. Understand that whatever your friend or family member might have been going through, they are not alone. This is not something that you do lightly, that you not take on lightly. And these guys are serious about the job they did, and serious about the people they lost in the process. So I know this is a real downer, kind of serious. I'm not giggling or acting wacky or whatever. Do I do that? Does it appear that I'm doing that? But yeah, this is one of those more gut punch type of documentaries. We've seen a lot over the last week or so. This one, very different from the rest. So be prepared to feel something, hopefully. You have to be made of stone if you don't feel something from watching this. But check it out. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
269.
269. 269. Oh my gosh. That's right in the Marvels. We got in the not Marvels. That's a movie that's not out yet. But we're in the Marvel section. It's a Marvel short even. It's not a short. It's a longer short, I think. No, I think it's one of the short ones. We'll find out. But yeah, we got one of the first ones I think they made based. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But this is another person who served, but in a non-real sense. Fiction. World War II. This is Marvel one-shot Agent Carter. So, Agent Carter, woman, started S.H.I.E.L.D. And this is sort of a little pilot. These shorts are a little pilot for what's to come in the Marvel Universe. So, when this was made. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Marvel one-shot Agent Carter next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.